Welcome back. Hope you had a good Christmas. It's now the 27th. I was meant to come back the 26th, but I was lazy. It's Boxing Day. Who does anything Boxing Day? And now we're in that period, the 27th to the 31st, the last week-ish of the year, where there's nothing to do, nothing on, no one knows really what's going on, and it's just kind of the weariness, blackness, post crimbo, pre New Year's silence. Basically, it's a very festive yet dreary time of the year where everything's sort of coming to turn and nothing's really coming to fruition. You're kind of just sat there like, well, that was that. This is coming up, but what now? And New Year's this year is going to be a very weird one, because this year's been a very weird one, and we're all amply excited to have it, finish, because please can we leave this dreary mess behind? But also, there's a large amount of skepticism and outright fear as to what next year will hold, and next year could be 1,000 times worse. It could be the savior year where everything gets better, and it's like a messianic age. But it also could be 2020 2.0, where things just get shit, but we can't say that yet, and we don't know at all, and we just have to wait and see. And that is what this period is, very summed up as a waiting period, and in between very real witching hours where we kind of sat there like, oh, the year's ending, everything's come through and past us, but nothing's in us right now. So we kind of sit there unmotivated and, finishing off the last few snacks that we've left over, eating the leftovers, and, the quality streets that no one really likes, but because no one's like them, we've ate all the ones we like, and they're just the ones left in the box. We have to make do, because what's the point of going to the shop now when you've got all these left over? Yes, you don't like them, but it's what you've got, and there's an abundance of it. There's the sales, I guess, to look forward to, but everything we wanted we've already bought and had for Christmas, and also sales are just appeasement of a very ugly system. And it's just us waiting and hoping and wanting. Wanting is a very good word to describe this period. We want that fulfillment that will come with something new and something exciting and something, wondrous. But we don't know if that's going to come. We have the mix of wow, the year's done, and wow, the year is done, and the mix of I can't wait for the next year, and there's another year. Fear and fulfillment and wonder and terror and anxiety and excitement. It's everything that we feel throughout the year comes in throughout years, and throughout entire lives, comes to an absolute fruition in this last week. It's a very good case study for the extremities of human society, because we really find ourselves in this last 7 days of the year like, oh, it's brought to the brunt. The year has literally stabbed us 56 times and brought 56 times and has brought us to our knees, and we're kind of bleeding out there, and on the most rawest of this part of the spectrum, we show everything in this last week, because it's had everything from us, and it's not given us anything now. There's no, what is there in this last week? There's literally nothing. No one has plans. You wait, you finish your plans come Boxing Day, and then your next plan, next calendar event is New Year's. And with the way the world is going this year, New Year's is not going to be the New Year's it usually is. So that pushes it even further straw back. So we don't really know. So this period of, I don't know what you would call it, last week, depressive mania, possibly. It might be extended, indefinitely, given, the factors of the world now, and we thought with the end of 2020 we'd escape 2020, but we don't know. The only thing we can hope for is that come New Year's, it doesn't roll around, and we have, the first of the 13th month, 2020. That would be utmost terrifying, but even if it's 2021, there's still the potential of it being as shit as this one was, or worse, but still, last week. Hope. That's the thing we cling to, right? Humans and hope and stuff. I don't know. Have a good last week, as good as it can be when you're literally doing nothing and just sat there, watch a box set, because that's what you're probably going to do, and now you have to do it because I've told you to, but anyway, you're doing it anyway. There's nothing else to do.